On this episode of Grassroots Garage, we've got Danny's Nissan Silvia. It's a proper race car today. SR20 NA. Again, all the elements are coming together in this one. Jenkins Performance Build Engine, M-Tron computer, tuned at Unigroup Engineering. Welcome to Grassroots Garage. We've got Danny's proper race car. It's a Silvia. Danny, thanks for your time.
No worries. How you going?
I'm really well. Tell us about your car.
It's a Nissan Silvia, improved production car, ground up build. Just finished it, and it's ready for round one at Winton in the end of April.
Run us through the specifications of the car.
Basically, production car, glass, metal panels, 2-litre naturally aspirated engine.
So you have to keep the motor that came out of the factory in that car?
Yeah, so you have to run a Nissan engine, but we've put a SR20 VE cylinder head on there, which is helping us make a little bit more power.
We're going to cut to some GoPro footage of this thing running around the track. But all you're going to get today from this car is, because it's a race car, you'll get driving to the end and doing a U-turn and driving back to the trailer, unfortunately. Tell us about DC Electrico.
DC Electrico is an auto electrical company. It's my business. It's just me. One-man army. And yeah, we do all custom wiring, auto electrical for Sydney motorsport and people.
Have you got any favourite cars you've worked on over the years?
There's a lot. Probably doing a Mustang that was in Motorex show car with old school restos was probably a highlight. But yeah, a lot of the builds now are pretty high level and good to be part of.
What are we looking at?
We are looking at my engine bay, SR20 VE, 2-litre, built by Jenkins Performance Engines and put together by myself.
The new head, how much more RPM are we talking?
Red line of 8,800. Yeah.
What's the stock? What's the stock to that?
I think they take them to about 7.2. Not exactly sure what the stock one revs to. I've never had a stock one.
Yeah. That's good.
Yeah, so dry sump oiling system. We've got a Setrab oil cooler at the front there. And yeah, remote oil filter just for ease of maintenance.
Yeah, absolutely.
Ross Performance dry sump.
Can we have a look at the interior?
Yeah, go for it.
Oh, it's a race car. It's a race car. How good's that? So you've just stripped everything out of it?
Yeah, so any spare brackets, sound deadening, it's all out. And essentially bare essentials are back in, and then the category requires us to run factory door trims, so they're in there.
Oh, yes.
Yep.
And then, so talk me through it.
We've got dry sump oil tank. We've got the catch can there on the left, and we've got fuel surge tank. So we've got a in-tank lift pump to the surge tank. And yeah, pretty basic. We've got an ethanol content sensor here at the back, so that just monitors. The car runs on E85 when it's racing, and it just monitors the content of the fuel.
Magic.
Yeah.
Just race car life. Like, this sort of stuff is just sick. I love it. So good.
My dad got me into motorsports. He ran a sports sedan, Datsun 1600 car in the early 80s. And then I grew up around that, so I was kind of onto the Nissans from birth. And then I ran a Datsun 1600 in improved production early on with my dad, and then decided to take the step to the Silvia.
Nice.
Yeah.
Very nice. So the class you're running in, is it all around New South Wales, all around Australia? How far have you got to travel?
So yeah, there's a state improved production, which is New South Wales, and they run a championship, but the category is Australia-wide, so there's Victoria, Queensland, Northern Territory.
And is there a season? When's the racing?
Yeah, so basically it kicks off around now, and goes for about 6 to 7 months. So in the colder climate tends to be when we race.
That's good, right?
Yeah.
That's when we want to race.
Correct.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Let's dream for a second that your sponsor DC Electric.
Yeah.
Decide, they say we want to win no matter what. You've got an unlimited budget. Could you change anything on the car? What could you do different?
Yeah, we could probably put a sequential gearbox in it. We'd probably build another engine. Probably a little bit left there, but it's pretty close to the dream car. We built one. Well, I built one about 10 years ago with my dad, a Silvia, but it was involved in a bit of a racing incident. So that car is no longer with us. But yeah, this car's version 2, so I guess everything on the wish list in my powers that I could, budget allowing, has been done.
Yeah.
So.
And I think the paint's a little bit too nice for a race car, but there you go.
That's all right. Yeah, it's got no character yet, but we're not scared to put some Stones chips on it.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. Let's just dream again for a second. You've got this unlimited budget, and you've tweaked that a little bit, and it's running really well. What other cars would you put in your garage?
Other cars would I put in my garage?
Yeah, at home. Like if you had unlimited
that's
budget.
a tough question.
It is, right? It's very. I'm fascinated because some guys say they'd have a stable of supercars. Some guys would have a lot of guys would say they'd have one of, like the rotary guys go, I'll have one of every Mazda. You know what I mean? Like, everyone's different. There's no right or wrong.
I think definitely I'd like a muscle car. So like a Ford Mustang, like a classic V8, I think would be awesome, and a GT3 RS.
Nice.
Is definitely
and that's it.
Yeah.
And you got your race car.
Yep.
And your happy days, mate. No 1600. Not gonna.
I've got a 1600
Oh,
already.
do ya?
Yeah.
Yeah, mad.
Yeah.
Tell us about that.
That's an L20 1600. Was and still is a logbooked improved production car, but it's been restored to a street car.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So twin Webers, 5-speed, close ratio box.
That's mad.
Yeah, 15-inch wheels. So
I love that.
Yeah, it's a good fun thing.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
I love that. That's Danny's beautiful Silvia. Danny, thanks for your time, man.
No worries.